Hello and welcome to another video report for the Zwift Racing League, brought to you each week by WTRL, the World Tactical Racing League. This week, the herd of Burning Bidets take on race 7 of the current series. It's a Richmond team time trial, so we'll be trying to have 6 Bidets get their 4th fastest man across the line. This week's roster had Brian O'Connor, Tim Powell, Morgan Brewer, Alan Richardson, Guy DeBell, and your narrator Brent Robinson. So the course for Richmond UCI Reverse is a challenging one for a team time trial, as some of you who race this will know. You start by doing this descent shown on this blue line here, and then doing this climb here, which features grades into the 12-15% range. You then do this short descent here, and then you do the Libby Street climb here, which features this red section, which is into like the 20% range. Both these two climbs are sort of in the 1 minute type of range. Then you're going to do this hairpin turn, this flat section, and then do this long grindy climb, which is mostly in the 4 or 5% range with some 6-7% up at the top. And then you do this flat bit, and we're going to do that twice and try and get as many riders around as we can, and we got to finish with at least 4 in order to finish off the race. So we've been following along with Brian's video. Brian was kind enough to provide some video to help with this report, but let's just rewind back to the start of this race for a few how not to do a time trial tips. So most people doing team time trials know that when the clock hits 0, you actually don't start, but wait for your designated time that's been pre-emailed to you as part of the pre-race festivity or formalities, except for apparently these two guys didn't get the memo, and away they go, and they don't stop. I don't even think they try and stop. They just keep going. So remember their names. We'll be seeing more of those two guys later. So this is just fast forwarded now to the first climb, just so you can see who you're looking at as we go through this race. This is Brian in the blue hat right in front, Alan in the orange Tron to his right, Tim in the pink Tron up to the left, Guy on the blue Tron. I'm on the Venge just a bit in front, and Morgan Brewer is on the full aero setup in the black helmet at the front of this group. So all together at the top of the first climb, we were really happy about that. So this is now the nastiest parts of the second climb. In terms of the story, so in the series, we're trailing the OTR team by 1 or 2 points before this race, I can't remember. But they're the team right in front of us. You can see the time split back to them up on top. So they started 30 seconds in front of us. So, you know, these time splits you can see at top, these kind of 11, 12 second, our objective for the whole race is to make those get smaller. But of course, you got to get your 4th rider around. And at this point, you can see that we were kind of dropped Brian and Alan, so...
Come on. Easy. Stick with me, Alan. Stick with me.
You hear Brian's encouragement.
3 meters, that's great.
And Alan makes a big surge to get back on, and we're all back together on the second climb. So that wasn't easy. Good job to all the Bidets.
Well done.
This is now just closing in on the top of the third climb. So we had assigned sort of climb pacing duties to Morgan and Tim, sort of our steady Eddie lighter riders to do that. And they did a great job. You can see them leading this climb, just real steady and even up to the top. So we get to the top, there's just a little bit of a split in our group. You can see in the time gaps to the right that Guy and Al were just a hair off the top, so we had to ease back a bit, but very shortly you'll see Alan and Guy come both into the group around this corner, and we were off to accelerate and try and hold that time gap. You can see we're within 13 seconds, so we've made up 15 seconds on the OTR guys. We were hoping to be able to hold that back for the lap. Good 30-second pulls, keep our time trial together, and hope that we looked more like these guys. And especially like these guys.
They now put on the power. 42.19.32. They are going to do it. BMC Racing Team are going to defend their title. Taylor Finney is going to lead them across the line. This is what dreams are made of. BMC Racing Team win the gold medal.
And we were especially hoping we didn't end up looking like these guys.
Of how Tinkoff Saxo are doing at this second intermediate time split, the fastest time. Oh, a big crash. Tinkoff Saxo.
As we came back around for lap 2, before we got to the first steep climb, our heaviest rider guy said that he didn't think he was going to be able to make it back up the second climb. So we tried to hold on like this. My apologies if I just spoiled the first 10 minutes of the 1993 Sylvester Stallone classic movie Cliffhanger for you. Anyway, so yeah, we were down one bidet as we headed into the second steep part of the climb. You can see that the OTR guys had clawed us back a bit, and we're now even as we got to the top of the second climb, and Alan was just a bit off the back. We were kind of waiting for him. Brian was telling us that we needed to wait. It was a bit like this. And to Alan's absolute credit, he smashed on, as did Morgan. And by the time we got back to the flats after those 3 hills, we had all 5 bidets rolling strong, and Guy was providing some DS support in the back. As we got into this last flat bit and everyone was getting fatigued, our pull order got a bit ragged, and I was trying to pedal and do the DS captaining duties of the team time trial, and so calling back for pulls and trying to get everyone sorted felt a little bit like this.
You, the one who is moving now. Answer! You, the one who is moving now. Answer! Look at me! You, the one who is moving now. Respond! Who is moving now? Answer! Respond! Who answered first? Ah, so it is you. You, the one who is moving now. Who is moving now? Don't answer. Answer! Who responded first? Respond! Gah! Ah!
So the fog of war in a TTT can make communication difficult, but our team pulled together well, and we were rolling through, which brings us back to our 2 friends from the start of the race. Here they are, 41 minutes later, rolling around the course still, 3 minutes ahead of their teammates as we roll through. So, of course, we assume that they're going to be good team time trial participants and drop off. But not so much, as they stick around. So this is like 4.4 kilometers. We fast forward through to the 3-kilometer mark or so. Here they are at the front of our team, pulling us along. I'm not sure what was happening there, but you know, Ryan takes a pull and they're just sitting in behind us. For anyone who doesn't follow these races, when you get passed by another team, you're supposed to drop off and not draft through with the other team. So hopefully their teammates had some words for them back in the team car. I then tried to give them some gentle encouragement with a in-game text message. I guess that's maybe not a universal language that everyone understands in terms of how to use proper team time trial etiquette, but as you'll see here in a moment, they indeed did not drop, but in fact pushed further through. And as you'll see coming up, these two ding-dongs stayed with us right till the end. So, flipping to the results. Unfortunately, there were two teams that got DQ'd, and I say unfortunately, only one of them was in front of us, but this has been a really well-balanced series in my view this whole way through, so that's a bit too bad to see teams taking DQs. But after that, the Bidets finished fourth, 48 minutes flat, basically, and so we're super proud of that time. I think our team did the absolute best we could with our abilities on the day. Super proud of the way everyone worked. And then in terms of the league tables after that, we sit in 6th place still, but we've gotten much closer to 3rd, 4th, and 5th because of those disqualifications. So it makes for a really interesting race. If you were looking at the time splits on the right, you might have noted that the OTR team did pull away from us on the back half of this course and ended up finishing about 15 seconds in front of us, so well done to that OTR squad to have a well-paced team time trial. So big showdown on Lutece Express. We'll watch the end here. Thanks to all my teammates, and thanks to everyone for watching.